Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at Port Orleans Riverside's negative reviews. This is a resort we usually stay at. This year, that's not the case. We're actually going somewhere else. But let's take a look at some of the negatives and let's see if I agree with any of them. We're going to be talking about things from food to possibly bears. Let's take a look. All right, so the first review we have up here talks about their food service. Stay away if you have food allergies. Poor service. After a long day of travel, I was ignored at the restaurant River Boost, and the food options for gluten and dairy-free people are non-existent. Very unhappy. I'll be very inconvenienced to find an adequate meal. Service sucked throughout the hotel. I agree this isn't the best place to have food. However, that River Roost bar is actually a bar, not an actual full-fledged restaurant. Now, I believe that was the bar sits in one spot, then behind it is the actual restaurant, and then behind that is the quick service meals. Now, I'm not sure. I'm myself not gluten-free or dairy-free, so I'm sure they offer something probably in their little quick service area or maybe at the actual restaurant, but I probably wouldn't go to the bar to try and get gluten-free items. That's just my opinion on it. Going to the next one. Next one's Port Orleans Riverside. This resort itself is beautiful but very confusing. Just that sentence alone, I kind of agree with. The resort grounds are stunning. Love them and have no complaints at all about them anywhere. However, it is a very large property, and I fully understand that, and I can see where you could get lost in it, because I know me and my wife got off at one of the bus stops that wasn't by our part of the hotel, and we just decided to walk through, and it was a long walk, and I don't want to say we got lost, because we did find our way, because once you find the main area, I knew where to go from there, but the paths do kind of wiggle, and if you're not fully aware of where you're going, I can see it getting lost, no problem. There is not enough ramps for strollers. We had our kids there once, and I kind of agree. If I was on the second floor, we knew which way to go up. A lot of times we ended up just taking the kid out and carrying the stroller up ourselves. So, kind of get that one. They had to carry theirs up and down steps, which was annoying. Get it. The food was overpriced and horrible. It's Disney World. Food's always overpriced. Not always horrible. The main pool is pretty cool. I agree. Most of the main pools are really awesome, and they have their own water slides. The main pool is pretty cool, but was under construction. Yup. Until our final night. So the kids only got to use a slide for one night. The price for the room was fair, but would definitely spend an extra couple $100 next time and stay at a different spot. Might be a better spot for older couples with no kids or older kids. I agree with that as well. Our experience, 1.5 stars, which is being generous. Don't agree with the rating. They do have a lot of quiet pools in between a lot of the spots, and then they have their main pool, which has the water slide and all that. Most of the time, even with our kids, we do spend our time at the quiet pools. Actually, this year we might be going to the one with the water slide, just because we now have a toddler who's getting adventurous, so she might want that. But we used to be able just to hang out at the quiet pools, and when that pool was under construction when we went on one of our trips, they even kind of didn't say it specifically, but the quiet pools became louder pools, and I don't think anyone really complained about it. Just, you have kids, you're going to want to have them go, but there's no, of course, screaming, there's no water slides, there's no fountains, so that was probably the issue on that one. Alright, now we got another one for Mickey's Not So Stocked Halloween Party. Thus, for loving the Port Orleans Riverside experience, thus far, my apologies. Thus far, loving the Port Orleans Riverside experience. Check-in with Alex was seamless, and Christine at the bar made our anniversary special. The grounds are stunning, and everything is beautiful. My complaint is the lack of Halloween merchandise. I understand we are only a day away from Halloween, but we are celebrating our 5th anniversary, and come here as we had a Halloween wedding. If the manager reads this, there's possibility of acquiring refillable Halloween cups. I'd be thankful for that. Happy magical Halloween. That was a 1 out of 5 dots, stars, whatever, because they didn't have Halloween merchandise at the hotel the day before Halloween. Sorry, I can't honestly say that's a good one. It's kind of like shopping the day before Christmas and getting upset. They don't have the stuff that I wanted. Well, sorry. The worst holiday hotel ever. My daughter and I got a room located at Crocodile Bayou. Crocodile Bayou, my aunt and uncle have stayed there, and I've seen photos of it. I visited the pool area, but never actually into the hotel spot rooms. Never into the hotel rooms. It's I don't want to say the cheap rooms, but for that resort, it's the cheap rooms. You have like the Royal Princess rooms, which are the expensive ones. You have, the other rooms like that. So it's fair. I mean, it's what it is. It's just a basic hotel room. It's very far away from the lobby, and no bus from the lobby either. Now they do have a bus that runs around the outside of Port Orleans Riverside. I get that one, but no, there's nothing that shuttles you around the actual hotel that I'm aware of. I've seen some people take like golf carts, and maybe that's a special request type thing. But yes, it can be a very long walk. I even remember when my aunt and uncle actually stayed at Port Orleans, same time me and my wife and my daughter went. We were on two opposite sides of the whole complex. The whole resort. It was a 5 to 10 minute walk just to get there. I mean, the lobby was in between our hotels, but it was a long walk. So yeah, I mean, I can totally see why that'd be hard to do. They wish they could walk back if they could. They had to wait almost an hour to have the bellman send us to our room. Again, I think that's more of something than being nice instead of requiring it at your hotel. They tried to walk during the day and got lost. Already discussed that. Now it's already midnight, carrying heavy shopping bags from the store, and the girl in the bell captain only said, "Sorry, nobody around now." I wouldn't expect having a ton of stuff at midnight at my resort for somebody to shuttle me back to my room. I just can't see that. I wouldn't even expect Disney to offer that service. Gosh, I will never stay in this hotel again and will never recommend it to others. I stayed at Disneyland hotels around the world, and this is the worst service ever. This one, just the title, I have a feeling I'm going to agree with. Port Orleans Riverside became a pet-friendly hotel. I've never actually seen them there, so I'm not sure if we just lucked out or if the rooms are in a different complete area, or I'm not sure how they're going with that. But this one goes ahead and says, "Not happy about new dog-friendly policy. Absolutely ridiculous to allow dogs to stay here. We've stayed here on multiple occasions and love this resort, but will no longer be staying here due to Disney deciding to let dogs stay here. Bad decision. I am highly allergic and my ears will swell shut from dog dander and hair, and the fact that Disney doesn't reserve specific rooms, just narrow the dog rooms down to any garden view or standard view, is just unacceptable. No amount of deep cleaning can remove all dog dander and pet hair. I don't really think that's fair that me, and I'm sure a ton of others, can no longer stay here due to health concerns. Come on, Disney, this is a family vacation spot where I'm sure tons of families have allergies. Not the best choice. Why would you allow dogs to stay in a room all day? And I'm sure eliminate all over. Oh, yeah, poop all over. That's kind of my thought is with the dog rooms. While more than likely the owners are at a park for 12 plus hours. If you are going to allow dogs, you should designate one resort to dog friendly or make specific rooms dog friendly and make sure that make more than one resort dog friendly. Now I'm going to move on. I probably read that wrong. Really, now I'm also can't stay at the yacht club, cabins at Fort Wilderness, or Art of Animation. There goes the magic of a Disney vacation. Also, my last visit to Port Orleans there was dog feces all in the grass, not appealing on a vacation that costs thousands of dollars. I agree, and I know a lot of other people that also agreed with this and had concerns when they first went to a dog-friendly policy. This was kind of it, was the rooms are going to be trashed. Are they really going to take care of their dogs there? Are they just going to leave them locked up for 12 hours? What are they going to do? I haven't witnessed this personally. I didn't see too many dogs out on property, so I'm not sure if maybe this didn't take off or maybe we just lucked out. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. Moving on from dog doo-doo, we're going to go and talk about a family trip that was stolen. They stayed in room 8602 from October 8th to 13th in 2017, and the maid was Veronica, according to her card in our room. Very specific. During our stay, we left a backpack on the floor with our luggage. On our last day, we started packing up our luggage, and the backpack only discovered that a pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses had been stolen from the backpack, along with a gift card, with almost $200 balance on it. The manager of the hotel wasn't surprised and handed me a card to call and file a complaint. My warning, don't stay here. And if you do, don't leave anything you want to keep in your room if you want to keep them. That's a good advice in general for hotels. Anything that we keep that has any value, we either hide it or we put it in the safe, which I personally don't think actually work, but we do whatever we can to try and keep it in that room or well out of sight so anybody who does come in doesn't see it. So, I mean, it sucks. I agree. It shouldn't have ever happened. In a perfect world, they would look at it. If it was left out, they would look at it. They'd walk by it, no big deal. But we don't live in the perfect world, and unfortunately stuff like that happens, and that's also why, again, if I have anything worth value, it's usually hidden in my room. They did have a safe, but it was so small they could only fit smaller Kindle devices in it. If you can fit a Kindle device, I think it could fit the Ray-Ban sunglasses and a gift card. Veronica's a thief and was most likely still working there. Veronica is a thief and most likely still working there because the manager did nothing and didn't seem to care. If you plan on using Disney Magic Express to get from the airport to the hotel, be warned they are very slow bringing your luggage to you. We landed at 7 and they didn't get till 1 a.m. I've never had my luggage go that long. However, I usually land early in the morning. We usually have an extra set of clothes. I live in the north, so it can be 20 degrees Fahrenheit here when I leave, and then it could be 70 at Disney. So we go ahead and pack extra clothes, an extra set of shorts, t-shirts, whatever, just to go ahead and change into when we get there. Next up, we have one that's highly recommended, but only 1 out of 5 stars. They love their stay at the hotel. Very helpful staff and beautifully maintained property. Our only gripe was that our room was a little far from the bus stop, especially if you're walking at 10 p.m. after a whole day of Disney Park walking. So you're going to put down a whole hotel, even though you love everything about it, just because you had to walk a little bit. I hate reviews like this, and that's kind of why I'm doing this, because it makes me laugh. I hate it, but it makes me laugh. Yeah, you have to walk. Sorry, that's part of life. I mean, it's far. That's how the resort is. That's one of the biggest gripes about Port Orleans Riverside, but I don't think you should have to bash the hotel just because you have to walk. Sorry, I can't agree with that one. This place is very unorganized. Be prepared to walk great distances, very confused as you try to find your room. The food is horrid. No love was put into the food like my mama would. But seriously, the biscuits taste like burning plastic. Pretty resort, but with tired feet and hungry tummies, it's not worth the money. Have a magical Disney stay somewhere else. Well, my mom made crappy food, so sorry I can't relate to that. A bear! A bear! Is loose and will attack you. Do not stay at this hotel. We got a letter on our table Thursday saying that there was a black bear loose on the grounds, eating out of the garbage and trying to get into the rooms. The advice they leave is if you see it, go indoors. Where are you supposed to go? They communicated this via open letter on a desk with my 7-year-old, which my 7-year-old picked up and read. He now has nightmares being attacked by a black bear. Please change hotels immediately for safety of your family. So, first review on Yelp. I was truly looking forward to our stay at Port Orleans Riverside. For starters, the picture they give you on the internet is completely misleading. It appears to look French. And here I am in Daniel Boone's hotel room. I booked this hotel on Hotels.com. They didn't provide me with my 9-digit code link with Disney wristband to my reservation. So I called the hotel to talk to Stephanie to discuss my issue. She asked where I booked my hotel, and when I told her Hotels.com, she promptly informed me that she could not help with my issue and that I need to call the customer service line. I asked to confirm that she could see my reservation. She informed me Hotels doesn't release this information to them until 3 to 10 days before my reservation and that I should call them. Of course, she didn't ask me when my reservation was, nor did she seem to care. I would expect a lot better customer service from the happiest place on earth. I've been in this spot. Probably not as negative as that, but I did have an issue where with the whole pandemic going on, my resort got closed, Port Orleans Riverside, so I had to move to a different one. And I tried calling Disney directly, but I booked through a travel agent. And because I booked through the travel agent, I was not allowed to have Disney change my stuff, which kind of bugged me, but they were very nice about it. They just told me to contact my travel agent, and they gave them options, which my travel agent did. They called Disney almost immediately. I got different reservations, and we're back on with our trip. No issue. So, I mean, that is the frustration. If you do book through a travel agent, you have to go through the travel agent. All right, the last one I'm going to go over with is no working refrigerator. Gave me a hard time about my food. Just basic check-in stuff. I just kind of briefly reviewed this. Every staff member ran into the lobby pointing at the reception who was busy checking in guests with a line of 5 of other families, so complaining you had to wait in line. The last sentence, though, is the one I love. No slippers or shoe horns, even when I asked. Hyatt offers these if requested. I don't think I've ever stayed at a hotel that would just give me slippers or shoehorns. Maybe I don't stay in fancy ones, but I wouldn't expect again my hotel to give me that stuff. So one person even marked it as funny. So I get it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. That was our negative reviews of Port Orleans Riverside. I did cut quite a few of them out, but these were some of the better ones. If you guys appreciate this and like this, maybe I'll go back and read the other ones. Next time, we are probably going to do the negative reviews of the new resort I'm staying at, Disney's Coronado Springs. I did start gathering some of the negative reviews on that, and to be honest, I didn't see that many bad ones. So that'll be a quick video, which I'll probably partner in with, obviously, our trip, our details, and what we plan on doing when we get to Disney, especially what we're doing with this pandemic. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Have a great day. Hi, Greg K here. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. It means the world to me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.